Masala chai is spiced tea from Southern Asia. Oh, maybe I got the order wrong for the masala chai. Damn it. Monday, September 28th, 2020. Okay, military personnel stationed along East Coast to prevent immigrants flooding in from the Atlantic. Oh my god, no way. Werewolf representative pushed the ministry for a more accessible sedative. Doctors from Salah town arrested for experimenting with child cloning? What? So this werewolf things really is dangerous, huh? Are you sure that will be okay? Yes! I mean, it will be really hard to pull off, but it's something that makes the story different. Different isn't always good. It's a neat concept, but you need to handle it carefully and gracefully. I know. Oh, it's Werewolf Guy! Hey Gala! Good evening everyone. Welcome Mr. Gala. Am I interrupting? It looked like you were having an intense discussion. It's nothing. Rootbeer was just giving me feedback. It's for the book I'm writing. It sounds like a heavy discussion. What are you up to tonight? I'm just planning to sit and relax. Please don't let my presence interrupt you. Oh, don't worry about it. Although, I need to interrupt Rootbeer for a moment. Sure, how can I help you? Can I have a cup of... You remember my remedy? Of course. Do you want to give it a try again? My last order didn't quite hit the spot. Remember, it's tea and ginger. The last thing is definitely a different ingredients from either of those. Okay, remember, it has tea and ginger. Yeah, no. Don't worry dude, I got it. With milk, right? No! Not this! Tea, milk, ginger? I swear I got it the day before. This one! Galahad. Judging from the smell, this looks like it. Indeed. Wait, let me check it. So there's many of this. So the order of the ingredients matter then. Oh no, there's still so many things left undiscovered. I have the same feeling. I've made a note of that mixture. Perfect. Anyway, please don't mind me and continue with your discussion. Don't worry Mr. Gala, we're done for the night. You're done. I have a lot of new homework thanks to you. You're welcome. Is Hyde coming? No, I'm by myself tonight. It's gonna be a peaceful night then. That's mean, Freya. Oh come on, I was just joking. He needs to learn how to communicate his thoughts nicely though. He might not look like it, but he's a very kind person, you know. He doesn't show it, that's for sure. That applies to you as well. Oh, come on. Oh no, it's the Baileys. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Baileys. Hey, how are you doing, Freya? Not good. What's going on? Rootbeer was just criticizing my story. It's called feedback. It's cruel. It's necessary. Sound interesting. What's the problem with the story? The story is non-linear and quite complicated. I imagine I chose... Oh, no. Imagine you choose your own adventure storybook, but for adults. Sounds pretty common so far. But instead of telling you which page to turn to, each decision you make will give you a score. What? That score will determine which page you should go to. That sounds more like a video game than a book. I know it's not that original. But my target here is mainstream audience. Huh? With the help of my publisher, this kind of book may go mainstream, just like that Choose Your Own Adventure show on Netstream. It was nothing new, but because of the marketing and the names involved, it reached the mainstream market. That sounds interesting and highly ambitious, Freya. At least it's simpler than my other idea, which is making the novel not in the form of book, but in form of story cards. What? I know, right? As if she has all the time in the world, and that's before even considering the sensitive issue of setting the story in a world where only humans exist. What did you say? No, there's a real reason why it has to be that way. Just wait until I finish it, okay? Alright. As Rootbeer said though, I won't have the time. Getting a normal pitch approved is already a steep climb. Let's not make the mountain even higher. Fair enough. What's the story all about, by the way? You'll have to wait for it. Don't want to spoil the fun. If you say so. Anyway, I haven't ordered anything. What do you want to drink tonight? Ginger latte if you know how to make it. I know how to make it. Don't you insult my knowledge. It's coffee, ginger and milk. There's no drawing. Here you go. Thanks. Damn, this is good. With this kind of drink making skill, I wonder why your place isn't any bigger. What we have here now is more than enough for me. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. By the way, how are you doing, Baileys? Still busy with your last client? Oh, I'm done with her. Done? As in you're dropping the project? Hey, I'm not crazy. I still need the money. Done as in I finished the job. I spent the past few days making sure. It's even done before the deadline. Did she like it? Well, she loved it. She had some complaints, of course, but I convinced her by using some design terms she doesn't understand. So you finished your job by bullshitting her. Haha. The finest bullshit, my lady. That's one survival skill every freelancer must have. Are you working on anything right now? No? I'm taking a break from work. I need to work on a few personal matters. Oh. Like you and Lua? Something like that. By the way, I'm curious. How did you two meet? If you don't mind me asking. I don't mind. It's just that I was young and stupid, you know. Oh, come on. Who hasn't been there? You're right. So, I was a bit of a player back in college. Ooh, spicy. I was going after my then best friend's girlfriend's friend, okay? Wait, what? Okay, I'll say it slowly. I used to have a best friend. He was an incubus. Okay, let's call him Cognac. Cognac has a girlfriend. Still following? And that girl has a friend? The friend is the one I'm after. Oh, okay. Got it. She was one of the hottest girls there. But everyone knew she wasn't the type of girl you'd want to date. Why? I don't want to get into details, but this succubus was super hot. And all the guys wanted to sleep with her. She was a player too. Huh? That doesn't sound like Lua at all. Because it wasn't Lua, genius. Huh? Lua was my friend's girl. Oh? Holy moly, just getting spicier. The other girl's name was... let's just call her Rose. Continue. I knew Lua thanks to her relationship with Cognac. That's a fake name you made up, right? Yes. Now, will you let me continue without interruptions? Okay. So I asked Lua a lot of things about Rose. She knew what I was after. It annoyed her so much, but I kept on bothering her. I mean, I was a pretty active guy back then. So Lua came over to visit us at one point. I lived with Cognac back in college. I'd been out and I got back just as Lua arrived. A total coincidence. We went into our place together and witnessed something surprising. What? Cognac was sleeping with Rose! Holy mother of moly! I saw the look on Lua's face, the disbelief, anger, sadness, and without even thinking about it, I punched Cognac in the face. You what? I got into a fight with him. Oh, I haven't told you. Cognac was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu tutor for kids. He's pretty good. Oh my. Yeah, I landed that one punch, and he beat me to a pulp. Easily. Lua begged me to stop fighting on her behalf. More like she begged Cognac. I wasn't kidding. I lost, but I don't give up so easily. I was beaten pretty bad, so Lua took care of my injuries. We grew closer after that, and I don't even remember the exact date. But suddenly, that friendship turned into a relationship. That was one hell of a story. I know. Have you seen her by any chance? Yeah, Lua came by a few days ago. How was she doing? She hasn't returned any of my calls or texts. Well, she's healthy, that's for sure. She got into an argument though. With whom? There was this male model. A model? I didn't think she was that type of girl to go out with a model. Oh, they weren't together. What were they arguing about? Well, we were talking about your relationship. Lua told us about the reason behind the fight, about your family stuff. And then this guy, Hyde, joined the discussion. What did he say? He didn't understand why Lua would insist on getting family approval, considering, you know, what? You're willing to leave your own family. You would do that for you would do that for her? Yes, I would. I'm sick and tired of my family. You would? Why would you say that? Let me tell you about my family. Or I should say most elfin families. They all think they're so high and mighty. If you're born an elf, there are certain unwritten rules you must follow. Reputation and appearance are everything. We must never, ever make our family look bad. You can only befriend certain people. You must dress a certain way. You can only have certain jobs. Jobs that are deemed worthy and successful. Like being a doctor, a lawyer, a CEO. You know. Ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be an artist. I love drawing and creating art. However, becoming an artist is not something elves would deem suitable. Unless you become the next Da Vinci. So, when I switched from business major to art major, my parents went crazy, screamed like they were on fire. They told me that I'd never be rich or successful. All that because you choose an art degree? You want to know the worst part? They blamed Lua. What do you mean? They blamed her for my decision to pursue my passion for art. Yelled about how her kind is ruining the country. Oh no. Accusing the religion of worshipping the Dark Lord. Oh no. Accusing her of putting a spell on me and cursing the family. Whoa. I mean, come on, this is the 21st century. That's so not cool. I don't want to sound judgmental, but your family is racist. Tell me about it. Lua is the only person that can make me feel alive. She showed me how I can be free and pursue my dream. I don't understand why Lua is so obsessed with the idea of reconciliation with my family. I just don't get it. I have no problem leaving my family, you know. I would happily leave them for the both of us. What about her? What about her and her family? You may be happy to leave your family. However, it may not be the same for her. Gala, do you have something to say? Perhaps you could give us a different perspective. Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I couldn't help overhearing your story. I assume that the person you're talking about is not an elf, correct? Yes, she's a succubus. I see. I'm a werewolf. For werewolves, the wolf pack is the most important thing. we'll put a family before any other. We often have our own problem within the pack, but we won't abandon our family or for anything. Perhaps that's also true for her and her family. Besides, if you leave your family for her, wouldn't that make your parents believe that all those bad stereotypes about succubi are true? I never thought of it that way before. Whether you like it or not, your action will have an impact on her as well. And if you leave your family for her, that will put her in a difficult spot. She might feel responsible for your actions. There's nothing to feel bad about. I'm leaving my messy family to create a better one with her. It's easy for you to say that now, but you don't know what the future holds. One day, circumstances might change. One day, one of you might regret your decision. One day, you might use the "I left my family for you" card. We love each other. I'll be with her whatever the circumstances may be. You know, love is like a flame. It might burn fiercely at first, but over time it will die down if you don't maintain it. Maintaining it won't be easy. It will be hard work, because life is full of storms, and marriage, it will not survive on love alone. Whoa, that's deep. We'll have each other, and that's enough for us. Tell me, do you have health insurance? What? I'm an elf. Why would I need health insurance? You'll need some. What for? Immortality is an elfin privilege, but you'll lose it if your family disown you. I've seen people go bankrupt because they fell ill or got seriously injured, and took their entire life saving for an $8 pill because in this country they charge $20,000 for it. And if you decide to have children, they won't have the same privileges you do. There's high probability that they'll get bullied for being a half-bred. There are consequences. It shouldn't be taken lightly. Think about it. Anyway, I've got to go. I apologize for my intrusions. No, thank you for your insight. I've got to go too. Want to head out together? Sure. Thanks for the drink, Rootbeer. And Freya. Bye! Oh, that's getting real for for a second. Oh god, I hate small talk. And I hate deep talk either. I just hate talk in general. I'm an introvert. What? You made me lose 2 customers in a minute. Hey, that wasn't on me. They were leaving anyway. Are you going to write that in your book? It's a secret. If your book is based on this coffee shop, how can you present a story like theirs in a world with only humans around? I'm not sure. Perhaps a hot drink will give you some inspiration? Sounds like a great idea. Black magic. There's a black magic here. Black girl magic. Tuesday, September 29th, 2020. What's going on today in the newspaper? Oh my god, this is an old meme. WHO vows to stop major hospitals selling Fury sedative illegally. Coachella 2020, 10 reasons why you should go. Sports tournament in space might be only a few decades away. Well, it's those two. You really never changed. I know, but it was surprisingly nice catching up with people from back then. Thank you for forcing me to do it. Don't mention it. Hey, Rootbeer, I'd like to order again, the usual. Back to the experiment? Yes, I think the last one was the remedy, but there's no harm in checking some other combination. Alright, you know what to do. You know what to do, so we're experimenting on others right then? tea blend. There's tea, there's Russian tea, there's Galahad, tea milk ginger. Tea ginger milk is tea mint. This is not special, right? Mint ginger tea is not a special blend, isn't it? Go into the trash. You're trash. What is this combination? Ginger tea with cinnamon? Wait, have I been here before? It's masala chai. It's tea ginger with cinnamon. Try this. Thank you. But you said to experiment. Never mind. What about you, Mr. Hyde? Would you like to order anything else? I'm good for now. I couldn't help overhearing you both. It sounds like you two go way back. We do, I guess. He was my bodyguard. Oh? Didn't you meet here? Yeah, when this was a bar. What happened exactly? He was getting his ass kicked by a couple of dwarfs. Ugh. Those two bastards. It wasn't a pretty sight, so I intervened. Aren't vampires supposed to be, tough? Just because I'm a vampire, it doesn't mean I know kung fu. Besides, I'd had a couple of drinks. I could have taken them both if I was sober. A couple, really? You're trash, Hyde. You told them I was your bodyguard. Wait, were you not his bodyguard? Not at the time, we didn't even know each other. But because of that whole fiasco, we both got kicked out. And then this waste vampire stuck to me. Like, well, to a blanket. Obviously, he was too drunk to drive. So I hailed a cab. Turns out, he was also too drunk to tell the driver where he lived. And I was stuck with him until morning. Thanks for not leaving me on the street, Gala. Those dwarfs could have killed me. Who were they? I'm not going to confirm or deny anything, but it's possible they have had ties to the mafia, and I might have lost some of their money on the stock markets. A lot of their money. Yikes! They wanted me to launder their dirty money, so I decided to screw them over instead. Yeah, I overheard what they were talking about before the fight started. I knew Hyde was innocent, and that's why I helped him. He might be an annoying asshole, but he's not a thief. What a stroke of luck. The universe sending me a guardian angel in time of need. So the next morning, I offered him a job as my bodyguard for real. After all the troubles you caused me the night before, hey, I took you to a breakfast. Don't tell me that counted for nothing. I have to say, it wasn't my proudest moment. I was broke. Breakfast was an offer I couldn't refuse. It was the late 60s, mind you. It wasn't easy finding a job, especially for people like me. Werewolves? War veterans. Oh, I see. So how do you go from working as a bodyguard to working in a hospital, Gala? Well, when he was working with me, I noticed. I prefer it if you skip that part. I'm sorry, but I don't want to go into any details about it. Okay, it's alright. Forgive me for asking. I don't mind telling you the quick and dirty version. Long story short, he helped me with something. Let's just say something from my past. Thanks to that help, I found a new purpose in life, helping other people life. Of course, it's not easy for a veteran werewolf to become a nurse or doctor. That's why I choose hospital admin instead. So you could say I owe this guy my life. Thanks to his stubborn persistence in helping me when I needed it. Thank you for sharing your story with me. I didn't expect such a tale from you. I know. Anyway, Rootbeer, I'd like to order something now. What would you like? Can you make a tea-based drink that's warm and cool at the same time? What the hell is that? Warm and cool at the same time? I have so many tea here. Warm and cool for the same time? Tea milk cinnamon. Ah, fuck it, let's just do this. Tea mint with cinnamon. Cinnamon mint tea. Yeah, serve it. Here's your order. Exactly what I wanted. Okay, good. By the way, it feels like this place is missing something today. Yeah, I haven't seen her today. Freya? Yeah, speak of the devil. Hello, good people. And one vampire. It's good to see you too. Freya. By the way, we were just talking about you. Oh, really? What about me? I was just surprised that you weren't here. Is that how you pick up girls young enough to be your granddaughter? That won't work on me. I have no interest in flirting with you. I've got high standards, you know. You look so tired, Freya. Hard day at work? How could you tell? Call it werewolf sense. Right. I showed Rootbeer my draft, and I actually got some good feedback. That's good to hear. Glad I could help. So, I spent the whole day writing stuff, and I also did some stories for the paper. Overall, it was a good day. That's good to hear. But please don't forget to take a break. It's easy to get carried away by work when you're on a roll. Will do, sir. And speaking of hospitals, how's your hospital's admining life going on? That's not even a word, Freya. Actually, I'm not even sure what you even do there. It's pretty boring to talk about, but mostly I handle operational stuff happening in the hospital. Things like how much a specialist costs and how much it affects our income. I also deal with patients and their families. If they require intensive care, such as operations, I go through what we do and how much it would cost them. Kinda like biz dev for people's life then. You could say that. Damn, that sounds complicated and hard. That's why I'm suited for this job. Someone who gets very emotionally attached to patients would find this job pretty tough. Whereas heartless people like my friend here only see it from a business perspective. Good point. Why do people rarely talk about your kind of job? I guess most people don't really notice we exist, or think maybe the necessity of it. Exactly, it's an interesting job yet no one talks about it. Maybe because most admins are just like me. We rarely talk about work outside the hospital. Why? For me, I just don't find any reason to. It's the patient's personal lives anyway. Such professionalism and loyalty. You should keep hold of that mindset, especially in front of this lady here. You! He needs to be a bit less loyal though, right? You've been doing this job for a while, right? Almost 50 years now. Whoa, I didn't know that. Wait, 50 years in the same position? Holy, ask for a promotion, man. They keep offering me new position, mostly managerial. Take it. Not interested. Why? It's not something I want. Besides, I've told you before, I fit perfectly in this position. But the salary must be better if you take the promotion, right? Of course, but what I get at the moment is more than enough for me right now. And I still get raises while I'm doing this job. I really can't figure it out. That's gala for you. Anyway, my shift's starting soon. It was nice catching up with both of you. Are you going to stay, Hyde? Yeah, I'm still enjoying the vibes here. I'll see you in a few weeks, I guess. Yep, few weeks? Safe trip. Oh, so he's going on a trip. See you around, Rootbeer. And you, Freya. See you. Take care on your way. You know, it's kinda hard to believe someone like Gala could be your best friend. We were just talking about that before you arrived. Oh really? Man, I missed an interesting story. So how did you guys meet? Seriously, I have to retell the story? Yes! Come on, you're not going anywhere, right? Alright then. We met in this place back when it was a bar. Whoa! Wait, am I? I never knew Gala used to be in the army. I mean, he's got the build to be on the front line. Still though, why did he make the jump from, how should I say this, a very physical job to medic? Well, it's not comfortable talking about it right now. But you know why, right? Are you trying to squeeze this story for me? Obviously. He doesn't want to talk about it. That's him, not you. Seriously, Freya? Come on. I won't get into details, but going to war, it messes with your head. Oh, you see why Gala doesn't want to talk about it, huh? I don't get it, but it must be difficult, especially back then. The only thing he was confident in was his strength, so he only did work that relied on his muscle. That wouldn't help him get over his trauma though, right? Of course not, but it was the only thing he could do. It was the only thing he could do. Or at least it's the only thing he thought he could do. But you hired him for his muscle? Hey, I didn't know about all that at the time. Besides, he's good at being a bodyguard. And we weren't that close yet, so no personal feelings. I needed his strength. But then I got to be interested in him. Interested? Ooh, I think he's a cool person, that's all. And after a few months, I noticed his problem. I suggested he talk about it with someone, seek help, which he refused. No surprises there. But I kinda pushed him to do it. How? It's complicated. Eventually, he did go to get professional help. Of course, I have no idea that happened in his therapy sessions, but in the end, he found a new purpose in his life. He quit working for me, and not so long after that, he started working at the hospital. And he's been Oh! Good evening, everyone. Oh boy, good evening. It's nice to see you again. We are also glad to see you, barista. By the way, I didn't catch your name the last time you visited. Do you have a name? Name? We sure have. On Earth, please call us Neil. Okay, Neil Armstrong. Well, you missed the opportunity to call him Buzz. Buzz Lightyear. Veteran, no working in a hospital. Oh, we met everyone there. Henry? Oh, so cute. Oh, isn't that the inside of his helmet? You know, I've never read here before. I've read this one before. It's Freya Fatima. Okay, Neil. Yes? Neil, is that your real name? Of course not. Due to the nature of our communication, we do not really need trivial things like names to interact. But from what we have learned here, it seems like the name Neil has a lot of association with Earthling efforts in intergalactic exploration. I get what you mean. I believe we did not meet the last time we were here. I saw you from afar when you left the coffee shop a few days ago. So hello, my name is Freya. You could say I'm a regular here. And you, sir? Hyde. You come here often? For someone who doesn't live in Seattle, yeah. Oh, you're not from around here. Neither are we. Where do you come from? Far away. By far away, you mean a few thousand miles or more? More. Much more. More to the point that your strange calculation system means nothing. That sounds far away indeed. What are you doing here in Seattle? And do all your kind dress like this? This? We chose this appearance based on an image we saw when we first arrived. Image? Ah, the Army Genju album cover. I just saw that. No wonder you look familiar. As for what we are doing, this place is really the perfect spot to practice our communication skills with Earthlings. But before that, please let us order something from the barista. What do you want to drink tonight? The usual. That is how you say it, yes? Yes, so anything? Yes, we won't be able to taste the difference anyway. You really can't taste anything? Yes. What if I can brew a drink that can make you feel something? Interesting premise, but without you will be able to do that. Challenge accepted. Please surprise us. So we got most of the tea. There's still 4 for the coffee. Green tea 3. There's 4 for. We haven't unlocked any milk recipe, so let's milk-based diet. Milk, honey? No. Like this? Oh no, this is such a trash. Come on, milk. Milk. Let's just milk honey. Honey milk, serve it. A cup of, is it going? Oh no, fudge. Thank you. What the? Interesting. What are you doing? Drinking. That's how they drink. Oh boy, you're one interesting person. Thank you. That was a compliment, yes? Normally, yes, but you can't be sure with Freya. That definitely was the highest form of compliment. What are you, Neil? Us? We are travelers. We're doing our job in the space you call Milky Way. What kind of job? We are tasked within the mission to spread our seeds. You really are here to find a date. All the way from a galaxy far, far away. Whoa, it turns out perps exist everywhere in the universe. Feeling attacked, old man? Not really. You have a valid point. We do not understand, but we are glad if we can make you laugh. Oh, the pleasure was mine. If I may ask, why do you have to breed with us? We are sorry, but that is classified information. Oh man. Well, how's the mission going so far? We cannot say it is going well. I'm not surprised. With how quirky and unique you are, not many women can handle that. Could you handle them, though? Me? I don't know, what do you think? You're a pretty adventurous girl. I wouldn't be surprised if you decided to go on a date. Or maybe go further, if it got you a good story. Oh, you're not offended by that? Not in the slightest, you're wrong though. I'd go on a date with them, but I don't like to sleep around. Really? To be honest, I didn't expect that. Yeah, I get that a lot. People often mistake me for someone who gets around a lot. Excuse me, miss. From what we gathered, does it mean you are willing to breed with us in exchange for our story? Wow, no wonder your mission isn't going well. I don't mind going out with you for a drink or dinner, exchange for stories, but I'll only sleep with someone I'm serious about. But our mission is serious. It's not that. You either have to be my boyfriend or husband if you want to sleep with me. We have heard of those terms before. Let us check them once again. This is very strange. According to what we found, many Earthlings mate with one person exclusively for their entire lives. Yes, that's called commitment. Such a strange concept. Then why, with such rules, do you still face overpopulation problems? Now that you mention it, we don't have enough control of ourselves, and those in charge also don't have enough control of us. Not to mention, some races live for a very, very long time. So even though there are rules about having kids, and they can be strictly enforced, a lot of people still break them. We know Earthling boasts about the concept of free will, but we thought your kinds also loved the concept of restraint and taking care of the planet. At least, that's what we gathered from your information network. Theoretically, that should be the case, but Earthlings are stupid. That's the easiest way to put it. We learned so much today. But we have another question for Miss Freya. Ask away. How can we become your husband? First of all, I suggest going step by step. Most of the time, you start by dating, boyfriends or girlfriends, you know, before you talk about marriage. Oh, okay. So, how can we become your boyfriend? You could start by asking her whether she's actually single. Understood. So, Miss Freya, are you single? Yes, I am single. Do you want to be our girlfriend? Now, the path to starting to date varies between people, but usually it takes some time before you want to commit yourself to someone. Wow, the breeding process on Earth is surely extremely complicated. It can be easier if you're a smooth talker. Smooth talker? Someone good at communicating with others. Oh, that would be really challenging for us. Even after all that, making kids is still in a totally different league. Most women prefer it if their male partners wear condoms. Oh no, what is this conversation? Condoms? It's something you wear to prevent pregnancy. Why would you do the mating ritual if you do not want to have offspring? Oh no, Neil! That's the wrong question to be asked. They just do it for sports, Neil. I know, it's disgusting. It's sweaty and disgusting, but they do it just for fun. I don't know why. Pleasure. All this information is too much to process in one evening. So we talk about using condoms, but how do your kind have sex? Like seeing how you drink? A condom might be something you can't use at all. That's true. How do you do it? We are pretty flexible with that, but we cannot tell you in details unless we agree to do the mating rituals. I don't want to imagine how it's done. Oh, you do not need to worry. We will not hurt anyone physically or mentally. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, especially the mental part. We did our research and we tried it on the testing object we met. What? The mental capacity of Earthling is far more complicated than everything else on Earth, sir. Oh, we did not know that. Being born on Earth sounds very difficult. It is. I have to agree with that. Anyway, thank you so much for the information you have given us tonight. It means a lot for our missions. We have to report our findings to the base. How will you proceed with your mission with this newfound information? We are not sure yet. It is yet to be discussed after all. It was really nice talking with all of you. You're welcome. We are off now. Bye. Take care on your way, sir. That's weird. That was really something. Indeed. You said the first time they came here was for a date, right? Yeah, but their date never came. And then they mistook Miss Myrtle for their date. The game developer orc? Wow, I dread to think how that went. It was pretty awkward. But you can't be angry at such naivety. I guess so. By the way, has that young woman been back since I spoke with her last time? You mean Miss Lua? Yeah, her. Oh, showing some concern now, are you? I'm just curious. No, I haven't heard her. I haven't seen her since then. But her boyfriend did come a few days ago. And Freya was being pretty nosy, to the point that Mr. Gala joined the discussion. My. You really have a knack for starting trouble. Sadly, I have to agree with that. It's not easy to make Gala join a random conversation, unless it really piques his interest, or it annoys him. I don't know how to react to that. Well, I need to catch a flight to Seoul tomorrow, so I'm off for the day. Oh, you're leaving Seattle so soon? It's only for a week or so. I'll be back here sooner than you know. Oh well, it will be a peaceful week then. Ha. Anyway, I need to get going as well. Thank you for letting me stay without ordering anything. I didn't even notice that. You really don't care about business. She didn't order anything, but she did attract people to the coffee shop. That's one way to put it. Anyway, Freya, do you want to share a cab? Thanks, but I'm riding my bike. In this rain? Alright, then see you around. Take care on your ways, folks. Sugar and spices.